Hello, my Agape friends. You probably noticed I'm at the church. I decided to film this kids' church video in our Agape Kids Church room. Man, that's a mouthful. But seeing all these chairs empty makes me miss you guys so much. But thankfully, we can still do church like this. This is awesome. But I can't wait to see all of these chairs filled up. Well, last week, Miss Nancy started a brand new series called Berry Blast Theme Park, and it is a lot of fun. So, before we get into our main point and see our skit, we are going to jump up and we're going to sing an awesome song. So, let's sing and dance together.
Sing to you, God. I will sing to you. I will sing to you, God. I will sing to you, 'cause you love me always, and you give me every good thing. Talk to you, God. I will talk to you. I will talk to you, God. I will talk to you, 'cause you love me always, and you give me every good thing. Yeah, you love me always, and you give me every good thing. So I'll praise you, God, and I'll praise you, God, and I'll praise you, God, always. And I'll praise you, God, and I'll praise you, God, and I'll praise you, God, always. 'Cause you love me always, and you give me every good thing. So I'll praise you, God. I'll praise you, God. And I'll praise you, God, always. I'll praise you, God. And I'll praise you, God. And I'll praise you, God, always. I'll praise you, God. And I'll praise you, God.
Awesome job, guys. At Berry Blast Theme Park, we will be looking at the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, kindness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. People can tell a lot about you by the fruit in your life, just like you can identify a tree by looking at its fruit. So we have an awesome game where we're going to do just that. And this game is called Name That Tree. So in this game, we are going to be looking at 3 pictures, and you're going to try to guess what tree it is. Are you guys ready? All right, here is our first picture. Can you tell what it is? No, it's probably kind of difficult because this is just the bark of the tree. And I don't think I could identify a tree by the bark. So let's look at the next picture. Do you know what it is now? Now, this is probably a leaf you've seen before. But yeah, I don't know many trees by their leaves either. So, all right, well, let's now look at this picture. Yeah, right? An apple tree. I mean, probably the moment you seen that apple, you knew that is an apple tree. Because when you see the fruit of the tree, you know what kind of tree it is, right? So just like that, when we are walking out life, doing the fruit of the Spirit, people will see that we are followers of Jesus. Because we are walking out these fruits. So, today's fruit that we're going to be talking about is faithfulness. And faithfulness is being faithful to somebody. So if you say you're going to do something for somebody, you should do it. And by doing that, you're being faithful to that person. You're following through and doing what you say that you should do. So our main point today is faithfulness. I will do what I say I will do. So I'm going to say that one more time. Faithfulness. And then I will do what I'll say I will do. So I want you guys to look at your neighbor. Maybe it's your mom or your dad or your brother or sister. Or maybe you're watching church with a friend. So I want you guys to look at them and say, I will do what I say I will do. All right, I'll give you a second. All right, awesome job, guys. So yeah, we should honor the things that we say that we're going to do. Like today, I told some of my coworkers that I was going to be at work today. And I told them I'd be there at 9. And I told them I would do a specific job. And so today I got there at 9 and I did the job and finished the job because I said I would do it and I was being faithful to what I said I was going to do. So now we're going to look at our friend Twitch. And I bet you he's going to be learning something new about the fruit of the Spirit. I'm guessing faithfulness, right? And I bet you Bernie is going to help him out in learning how to be faithful. So, all right, let's take a look.
Where's Bernie? He told me to meet him here. I'm on time, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Twitch. But Berry Blast employees have to stay on their toes. Ah, it's time for another training session. Are you ready?
Well, I guess.
Excellent. Hands in. All right, say it with me now. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control.
Was that another one of those fruits of the whatchamacallit?
Yes, fruit of the Spirit, yes. No, Twitch, you don't actually have to stay on your toes.
Oh, okay.
Last week we trained on goodness. Well, today we are training on faithfulness.
Faithfulness?
Yes, faithfulness. Faithfulness is doing what you say you're going to do. And I'm gonna need your help with something. There's a guy coming by later who needs help transporting a box of Albanian fruit bees.
Bees?
Yes.
Are we in danger? You know, why does it have to be bees? I've had a lot of bad experiences with bees, you know. Like there was this one time, it was my birthday, and my sister gave me a box. It was really pretty. It had the bows on it and everything, and stripes on the sides. But I opened it up, and there were bees! And they were all over me.
Relax, Twix, relax. No one is going to give you a box of bees. This man coming by later is an expert exterminator, and he's already captured all the bees. He just needs your help transporting them to the van. I recommended you for this task. What do you think?
Well, I suppose if he's already captured them, then yes, you can count on me.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure the exterminator will be here any minute. But while we're waiting, I have a training video on faithfulness I want you to watch. Now, pay attention.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to training video number 2. Faithfulness and you. Billy is about to leave for another day of work at Berry Blast Theme Park. But what's this? A phone call? Why, it's Billy's good friend and fellow employee, Bubba. It seems that Bubba has an idea. Instead of going to work today, Bubba suggests they go swimming at the lake instead. Why, just look at that sparkling water.
Wow, look at that lake. It's beautiful. You know, I haven't been to the lake in years. I love swimming.
Bubba suggests that they go fishing too. They can use Bubba's new fishing pole. Why, just look at that sparkling new fishing pole.
Wow, fishing. I haven't fished in forever, and I love it.
Bubba wants to ride to the lake on their bicycles. Bubba says he'll even let Billy borrow his brand new bicycle. Why, just look at that sparkling bike.
Wow, those are wonderful ideas. I can ride my bike to the lake, go swimming and fishing. That sounds like so much fun. You know, it's time for some fun. I'm out of here. Hippity jippity.
Billy knows that faithfulness is very important. He made a commitment to show up to work when he's scheduled to. And being faithful means doing what you say you will do. That means no lake for Billy. Good job, Billy. When Billy practices faithfulness, nothing sparkles like his future. Remember, faithfulness is doing what you say you will do. And now it's your turn to be like Billy and be faithful.
Excuse me. I'm looking for someone by the name of Twitch to help me with my, hello? Twitch? Where are you? I'm ready for you to help me with my fruit bees, and I've got like 10 more of these boxes. Where is he?
Wow, that lake trip was so much fun. I had a blast. Well, of course, I only caught this boot, but I had fun nonetheless. Where is everybody? I could have sworn that there were more people here before I left. Hey, where is everybody? You're the first person I've seen since I've gotten back.
They're gone, Twitch. You weren't here to help with a box of fruit bees, so they got out, and they swarmed everyone in the park, including me. That caused panic, which caused destruction, which caused the power to go out, which caused the park to be closed. You said you were gonna help with the fruit bees. Now we're closed. This is a disaster. Where were you?
I was at the lake like the training video said.
The lake! The training video was on faithfulness. Weren't you paying attention?
Of course I was paying attention. How else would I have known that the lake had some serious sparkle?
No, the video was on faithfulness. Faithfulness is doing what you say you're going to do. You said that you were going to help with the fruit bees. Not only that, you are an employee of Berry Blast Theme Park, which means you're committed to staying here and working when you're supposed to. Instead, you ran off to the lake.
I guess I really don't understand this whole faithfulness thing.
Well, I guess there's enough power in the backup generator to power up one more ride. I think you need a ride on the training roller coaster.
Well, it was kind of intense last time, but if you think that I need to go
I
on-
do.
Welcome to the fun coaster. Please fasten your seatbelts and keep your hands and feet inside the car at all times.
Throughout David's life, he showed a great deal of faithfulness. When he said he was going to do something, he did it, no matter how hard it may be. One story in particular that teaches us about David's faithfulness is the story of David and Goliath, and it can be found in 1 Samuel chapter 17. The Israelites were in a battle against the Philistine army. Now, they had fought many times, but this time was different. You see, this time the Philistines had someone with them, someone big, and his name was Goliath. Goliath was over 9 feet tall. He was trained as a warrior, and he wore thick, heavy armor and carried a huge spear and sword. Goliath came out into the valley and shouted to the Israelites a challenge to send out one man to face him in battle. If the Israelite won, then the Philistines would become slaves to the Israelites. However, if Goliath won, then the Israelites would have to become slaves of the Philistines. Well, the Israelites were terrified, and not one of them dared to step forward to challenge Goliath. Goliath came out every day and gave the same challenge to the Israelites, but still, no one stepped forward to fight him. One day, David went to visit 3 of his brothers who were in the Israelite army. And while he was there, Goliath came out and began taunting the Israelites, just like he had been doing for the past 40 days. When David saw that no one was willing to fight Goliath, he went around asking,
"Who is this pagan Philistine that he is allowed to defy the armies of the living God?"
When King Saul heard what David was asking, he sent for him. And guess what? When David arrived, he told Saul,
"I'll go and fight Goliath."
That's right. David said he would go out and fight. Well, when Saul heard David say this, he tried to talk David out of it. But David insisted that he should go because God would help him. He knew that God would help him defeat this Philistine giant. Well, Saul finally agreed. David was going to fight Goliath. And he was going to fight him with only his shepherd's staff, a sling, and 5 smooth stones. David left Saul and started across the valley to fight the Philistine. This was crazy. I mean, Goliath was a well-trained fighter, bigger than anybody the Israelites had ever seen. And they were sending out David, a young shepherd boy? But what they didn't know was that David had a secret weapon that none of the soldiers could see, and that was God. Goliath came into the valley and he was good and mad. Now, I don't know about you, but I probably would have been pretty scared. And I might have even run away, which David could have done. He could have said, "I'm out of here, I don't want to fight." But David didn't. David had told Saul that he would fight, and he was going to be faithful by doing what he said, because he knew that God wouldn't let him down. So he spoke boldly to Goliath and he said,
"You come to me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of heaven's armies, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. Today the Lord will conquer you."
And so Goliath started to run toward David to attack him, and David ran up to meet him as well. David stopped and put 1 stone into his sling, and he swung it around and hurled it at Goliath. Well, that stone struck Goliath and sank deep into his forehead. Then it happened. Goliath began to stumble, and he fell face down on the ground. Goliath was dead. The Israelite army began to cheer, and they began to chase the Philistines. David was a hero. God had helped him in a miraculous way. You see, David was faithful. He said he would do something, and he was faithful by doing it. We can learn a lot from David. We should be faithful like he was, and always do what we say we will do.
Thanks for riding with us today. After your car has come to a complete stop, please gather your belongings and exit to the right.
Wow, that was even more intense than I remember it to be. You know, I guess I can see how I wasn't being faithful. I said I would do something and I didn't do it. And now look what happened. The park is in shambles. You know, Bernie? Wait, are you the guy that I was supposed to meet earlier? The one with the bees?
Yes, but now they're loose again all over the park. I have to round them up.
Well, I'll help out.
Oh, really? Well, that would be great. I'm also going to stick around and help clean up the park so we can open up tomorrow.
Well, I can do that too.
Well, I don't know. It's going to be a lot of work. Are you sure you're up to it?
You know what? I said I was going to help out, and I will be faithful and do it.
Well, I am certainly glad to hear that, Twitch, because it was me the whole time!
It was you, Bernie, in a disguise?
Yes, this was another test. We need to show people the fruit of the Spirit in our lives, and that means being faithful by doing what we say we're going to do. So how about it, Twitch? Are you going to be faithful and do the things you said about rescuing all the bees and cleaning up all of this trash?
Yes, I will. I will be faithful.
Excellent.
Bees!
Easy there, Twitch. We got a lot of work to do. Come on, save your energy.
And a whole lot went wrong when Twitch wasn't faithful. And imagine if David said that he would fight Goliath, but then chickened out. There would have been nobody there to defeat Goliath. That would have been terrible for the Israelites. So when you don't do the things that you say that you're going to do, sometimes people get hurt. So we should always try to be faithful so we don't hurt anyone, right? And I have a great Bible verse that will help you to remember to be faithful. Psalm 119:30. I have chosen to be faithful. I have determined to live by your regulation. I'm going to read it again. I have chosen to be faithful. I have determined to live by your regulation. So when you're tempted to not follow through, to not do the things that you say that you're going to do, remember this Bible verse. God wants us to be faithful. He wants us to be faithful because when we're faithful, that is a fruit that people see and they can see that we are followers of Him. So I have some homework for you this week. So you remember your thankfulness journals that you used in the last series? Well, I'm hoping you still have those because I would like you to continue on with those. And so this week I want you guys to just take some time and either draw a picture of a way that you're going to practice being faithful. Or you can write some things that you're going to do to practice being faithful. So you may tell your mom, Mom, this week I'm going to clean my room. And then just clean your room, right? And you're being faithful. Or you could maybe talk to your brother or sister and then you know that there's a game or something they want to play. And you'd be like, I'm going to play that game with you this week. And then just play the game with them and you're being faithful. So I want you guys to do that in your thankfulness journal, and I'm going to practice being faithful too. So last week, Nancy said that we're going to start doing Zoom meetings every Sunday at 1:30. So this Sunday, May 24th at 1:30, we're going to do a Zoom meeting. And so right now, on video, I'm going to say I'm going to be there on May 24th at 1:30 to see you guys. And I'm going to practice being faithful by being there to see you guys. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.
Hello, Agape kids. I really missed you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. But in the meantime, I have a joke for you. Okay, why does the seagull fly over the sea? It's because if he flew over the bay, he'd be a bagel.
Welcome to the Berry Blast Carnival Games Water Shoot. Pick the balloon that will fill with water and pop first. Blue, red, yellow, or green. Ready, set, fill! Blue wins! He really blew away the competition.